All right, so ordinarily the first thing with cookies that you'd want to do is preheat your oven, but this is a filled cookie, so it's going to be a tiny bit different. I'm going to go ahead and get the cheesecake filling started. I'm just going to be just mixing everything up, divvying that out into 1 ounce portions onto a cookie sheet with some wax paper, and then throwing those into the freezer so they can get at least a little more solid, because I'm gonna have to wrap that cookie dough around them. So I'm gonna double up on this recipe just because I know there's gonna be more than enough people around the house to go ahead and try this. So it's gonna be 16 ounces of cream cheese. I'm just using normal Philadelphia. I don't recommend warming this, more so just leave it on the counter for a few minutes, make it a little more malleable. And then it's going to be half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, as well as half a cup of granulated sugar. And I'm just gonna mix this until it's nice and combined, and then I'm gonna divvy it out. Sweet, now that that's all mixed together, it's looking kind of like frosting. I will say do not use a blender on this. It's gonna whip too much air into it, and when you go to bake them, all that air is gonna end up falling out of it, and it's gonna make almost like a hollow center to the cookie versus it being like full of something. But now that this is done, I'm gonna go ahead and divvy up. I'm hoping for 12 individual portions before I let this sit inside the freezer for about 30 minutes to solidify. To the freezer. Sweet, so the next thing that we are going to do is start prepping out our dough. The first step is going to be browning off some butter. For every 16 tablespoons of butter, that's gonna be 1 cup. You're going to need 1 cup per batch. I'm doing 2, so I'm gonna be using 32 ounces, so that's 4 sticks of butter. We're just browning it and setting it aside. So bring it up over medium heat. When you start to see the coloration go nice and dark, just take it off, put it into a different bowl so it doesn't continue to cook, and go ahead and just set that to the side, and we'll do the dry ingredients next. So this butter has been going on medium heat. It's scalding now. I'm just making sure to constantly be moving it around. Make sure you watch it once it does start scalding, because you don't want it to burn, but it'll probably take like 2-3 minutes after that point.
I'll be after her then.
Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but it's unsalted butter. So now that our unsalted butter is now nice and brown and not burnt, don't worry if it gets too foamy, by the way, when you're doing it, it will settle. Go ahead and separate that into another bowl, and we're gonna start working the dry ingredients. That's going to be 4.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons of baking soda, and then 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, as well as a 2-finger pinch of salt. Sweet. So next I'm going to take my granulated sugar, my brown sugar, and my butter, and I'm gonna go ahead and thoroughly whisk those all together until it's nice and smooth. That's gonna be 3 cups of brown sugar as well as 1/2 a cup of granulated sugar, and then those 2 cups of the brown butter. Okay, I do apologize. I said keep going until it's smooth. It's not really going to be smooth so much as it's going to be fully incorporated with the sugar and that butter. Once that is fully incorporated, you can go ahead and add your 4 room temperature eggs as well as a splash more of the vanilla extract. If you're just doing the solo recipe, just go with the 2 eggs. I probably should have told you everything about this from the beginning, but definitely make sure that you have your cream cheese as well as your butter sitting out for this recipe. Now that I've got all of my wet ingredients and all of my dry ingredients, I'm gonna go ahead and combine them just using a fold over method, just adding the dry to the wet and just continuing to fold over. Once everything is well combined, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this with 2 cups of each, 1 cup of the semi-sweet morsels, the large, and 2 cups of the large morsels and 2 cups of the small, both in semi-sweet. And yeah, once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and roll that inside some saran wrap, let that chill for about 30 minutes, and then we should be good to build these. So instead of putting these inside the freezer with the cheesecakes, I'm just gonna go ahead and opt just to put these inside the refrigerator. That way it doesn't get too hard when I go to actually mold them. It should be about 30 minutes. I'm gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit as well in preparation. And yeah, I'm super excited to throw these together. I'm also going to show you the quick way of cheating some chocolate ganache for some dipping sauce as well, using some vegetable oil in the microwave. So I'll show you that in just a second here.
He said you're her favorite brother.
I'll take 6.
All right, I do apologize for not explaining. Kitchen gets a little bit busy. Everyone's in and out and doing their thing. I just didn't want to stop anyone from doing what they were doing. So I just went ahead and divvied up all of that cookie dough and wrapped it around our nice little pieces of frozen cheesecake. And now I've got a couple put in at 350. It should only take about 11 to 14 minutes, just depending on your oven quality. Just make sure you're keeping a good eye on them. You didn't come this far just to quit now. Next is going to be the chocolate ganache. What we're going to do is we're gonna just take our bowl inside a microwave safe bowl, obviously. We're gonna take that, fill it with our chocolate chips, running that for about 30 seconds a piece, giving it a nice stir. It is going to also take 1 teaspoon of vegetable oil. So every time I pull it out after the 30 seconds, I'm gonna add a small amount of that oil, give it a nice mix until we're nice and liquid. And then once that's done, I'm gonna let it get cool enough to where it's still able to be worked with without being scalding hot, and we'll go ahead and show you what to do there. Sweet, it's been just about 11 minutes now. The big thing with this one is do not wait for the entire top to be golden brown. I promise you by the time that they have cooled down enough for you to handle them, they're gonna be overcooked. So as soon as the edges are nice and just barely golden, go ahead and pull them, separate them onto a different plate and let those cool off. You're gonna be needing to handle them, so don't put them in the fridge, just leave them on the counter for like 10 minutes. It has been a number of minutes now, and these have cooled enough. Hopefully, I haven't tested, yes, these have cooled enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this chocolate, now that that's nice and cool as well, I'm gonna drizzle it all over the bottom of this. Just spread it with the back of the spoon. Awesome. And then I'm gonna place it just like this on top of some wax parchment paper and put this inside the freezer just to solidify for about 10 minutes. All right, now the big one.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday cookies! They look so amazing. They look
I want to try it.
I'm really excited. Oh.
Did I do it right?
Okay. Dig in.
I don't know if I can eat a full one.
You want to split it with me? You want to do Lady and the Tramp bit? Oh, so good.
I have chocolate all over my face.
Yours has a marshmallow in the middle? It's mine too, we just didn't get to. There's cheesecake? Oh my gosh, we didn't even get the best part. Oh my gosh.
That's absolutely fast.
It wasn't fast at all.
You didn't even get the cheesecake
Absolutely
part.
fabulous.
So good, 10 out of 10 recommend.
Yes. That's so good.
Ah.
Thank you, Tristan.
Thank you, Tristan.
I just want to say it's diabetes.
You have chocolate all over your mouth. You have some on your chin.
Why you gotta smolder at the camera like that when that... He's like baiting the old ladies. He's like, oh, what's this?
There's something on my lip.
You still do.
You gotta lick it off. You're supposed to lick it off.
I'm not
Is it everything you hope for?
Yes. And more.
Well, you have 9 more of them inside the
know.
freezer for you.
So excited.
That's way better than any crumble cookie I've ever had.
Okay.
Remember,
I don't even like
fire the
crumble
baker.
cookie.
Tristan's crumble cookie coming out soon. We need to collab with them. Really
Crumble.
good.
Let's go. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching our video. I'm gonna wait till he's done washing it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching our video today. We really appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up, a like, a comment, a subscribe, a follow, all that kind of jazz. It helps us out, and we appreciate it. I'm gonna go back to the cookie, because it's amazing.
He's for you.
What's Was it good?
He's like, literally, he's like, I'm a